And welcome back to Anessa's Crazy Cooking. So today we will be making marble cupcakes. So the ingredients you will need for, basically there are two flavors. One is the white cake and one is the chocolate cake. And the ingredients you will need for both of the cakes, you could use any mix of white cake you want, any brand. I'm just using this brand, or you could make your own homemade white cake mix. And then one chocolate mix, the same applies. A third cup of canola oil plus the other, a quarter cup of canola oil you will need for the chocolate cake. 6 eggs, and of the 6 eggs, we will only be using 3 egg whites on the 3 eggs. Now let's make the cake. So the first cake I'm going to be making is the white cake, and I'm going to use a smaller bowl for this because technically the chocolate cake will have a little bit more cake batter because we're using the full 3 eggs for that, not the egg whites. And the reason, as you may know, we use only the egg whites because we want to maintain the white color and we don't want to make it yellow. So first thing I'm going to add is actually the 3 egg whites. So take your 3 eggs and then catch the yolk. Oh gosh. It's very slimy. Now that we have our 3 egg whites, if you can see it in our white cake bowl alcohol, we'll just set the egg yolks aside because we won't be using that. And now we'll just have to add the 1 1/4 cups of water. So I just add it gradually. I'm gonna add about half of that right now, and then at the end I will add the rest of it just to make sure it's not too milky and has a nice consistency. So then we're also going to add the 1/3 cup of vegetable oil. So just add all of that. And we'll set that aside. Preheat my oven to 350 degrees. The reason I only preheated it like halfway when I was done, I don't really need that much time. This is going to take a pretty long time. Now we're going to add the cake mix, nice and white. And then dump it in. So now that we have all our ingredients mixed together without the half of the water, which I will put on later, we are going to electrically beat it for about 1 to 2 minutes until it's really consistent and has a nice consistency with no chunks of cake mix in it. All done with a really good consistency. It's really milky, on the milkier side. We'll put that aside, and now we'll go on to the chocolate cake mix. And the reason why I did the chocolate cake mix second was so that our whisks here won't get dirty from the chocolate and go into the white one, but it doesn't matter if they go from white to dark since the white will blend in easier. So we'll do our chocolate second, and as you know, as I said, this requires the full 3 eggs. So we'll put all of these things together. Our 1 1/4 cup of water, 1/2 cup of canola oil or vegetable oil, different from the white cakes, 1/3 cup of vegetable oil, 3 whole eggs, and our chocolate cake mix. So let's put this together in this rather bigger bowl. So first, I'm going to get my 1/4 cup and my 1 tablespoon, and what I'm going to do is get my 1/4 cup and put it in the chocolate batter. Now just keep adding the batter, alternating white and chocolate. Make sure you start with chocolate and end with white cake mix. Cupcakes all ready to go in the oven. I'm just going to put them in the oven for about 10 minutes, even less than that, and then we'll check them when they're done. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to frost the cupcakes. I'm actually going to be using chocolate whipped frosting, as I told you guys before, and I'm going to be doing little orange accents with my Betty Crocker orange icing. So let's frost them. So take any of your favorite small spatula or spreading knife and just get a generous amount on there and just start to frost your cupcakes. The cupcakes turned out looking really awesome. I just put a little orange flour on the top of each cupcake. Here are 4 examples of them, just to look enough springy or summery or whatever season they're good for. They can even be good for autumn because orange is a great color and perfect for autumn. So make sure to leave a comment down below and subscribe to this channel. See you next week on Anessa's Crazy Cooking. Bye.
Zucchinis, are you deaf?
Mom, they're too thin.
You're not listening. I'm roasting them.
Exactly. You don't roast them like that.
You're gonna tell me how I roast zucchini. Okay, you see this? That's how I need them. Otherwise, they're gonna disappear.
No, Connie, let me do it.
Robbie, I need them this thickness. They're gonna be roasted. They become like a thin piece of paper. It's gonna...
Pierre liking.